G'day, today I'm a guest of Qatar Airways on this flight from Sao Paulo to Doha, 14 hours in the world's best business class seat, Qatar's Qsuite. So I'm in Terminal 3 and half of the H aisle is, on one side, is Qatar Checkin. And at the moment it's nice and quiet, it's about 3 hours prior to departure, and I don't think this will take terribly long. Check-in was a pleasant experience, took 4 minutes and I got a smile, and now it's off to immigration. In Sao Paulo Airport, Qatar uses the LATAM lounge, which is big. There's so many different seating areas here, plenty of food options, cold and hot, healthy and not so healthy, and a bar with a good range of spirits and a whole host of wines and bubbly.
Hello sir, welcome on board.
I'm on board now, seat 1A. Originally I had 6G, which I didn't realise was one of the middle seats. But there were 2 free seats, 1 and 5 free. So I've decided to come and take 1. This seat faces backwards. So when we take off, I'll be able to see out here where we've been. So why is this the world's best business class? Well, it's like your own cocoon in here. You have a door that closes. You've got walls that are about 5 foot high, a good sized screen right in front of you. Storage wise, there's plenty of overhead bin space, and on my left here, which is also on my left in the other facing seat, is a storage bin with a set of headphones. The service so far is spectacular. I have a young lady by the name of Kay looking after me, and straight up we've got a bottle of Duval Leroy, which has been opened. This is the rosé. This apparently has slight hints of amber and delicate string of pearls bubbles. That's good to me, and it is well cold, and that's vital. If you're wondering how this has come about that I'm a guest of Qatar Airways, they sponsor Formula One and I photograph Formula One, and I was having a chat with one of their marketing people once, and they said they love my videos. And then they mentioned that perhaps we should do a collaboration. Well, that's what we're doing today. So all the crew know about it and they're happy to help out. So I think you'll see a little bit more than what you would normally see. We're just starting to move now off the stand, and the crew have already come around and asked for our orders. So I've had a look through the menu. I've decided after a couple of ordinary beef dishes on previous flights that I'm going to try the snapper. But I could have had beef, chicken, or some heirloom tomatoes. So behind me, the crew are preparing meals in one of 2 galleys. This is the one that's in the middle of the business class cabin. There are 8 staff handling 42 business class passengers, but it's impressive watching the speed at which they work. And there's probably 4 or 5 people in a 3 square metre area in this kitchen, and at the front there are 4 people in 2 square metres. We're at 31,000 feet now, been going about an hour and a quarter. We've had some nuts and a sparkling mineral water to start. I have some smoked salmon coming shortly, and then some snapper. Seat controls, they're down here to my left. You've got 4 presets: sleeping, reclining, takeoff and landing, and meals. But I've got to tell you, in the recline position, this is a very good seat. And when I get to the lie flat bit a little later in the flight, I think I'll be giving that a high rating as well. So this is a quilt. These are pajamas from the White Company. I got the large, but I'm not going to wear them, so I'm not going to open them. Trust me, they're comfortable, but I prefer to sleep in shorts and a t-shirt. And the amenities kit, which has a colourful pair of socks, a fragrance from Diptyque called Philosoikos, hand moisturiser, face moisturiser, and some lip balm. Here's one of the toilets, medium-sized with facial water and hand moisturiser, wet wipes, a change table, and a lit sign to tell you when to return to your seat. This Qsuite is so close to being a first-class product, it's not funny. Admittedly, you have the box for your feet, so that probably takes away some of the first-class element, but the service is first-class. And the attention to detail on the meal is something special. I started off with some bread, loaded it up with butter, a bit of salt, and then gave it a little bit of a dousing with this balsamic vinegar and oil. And this is a nice touch. Yes, it's not a candle, of course, but it looks nice when it's situated here on the tray. Well, after a starter of smoked salmon, which I liked, I headed on to some snapper, grilled snapper, mind you, and some vegetables. And sometimes I think when I order fish and vegetables, it's a bit of a cop-out because I always like having lots of flavour. But I've just had 6 nights of pasta dinners at my hotel in Sao Paulo, so I think it's probably best I get onto some healthier eating. Well, the clock says we have 9 hours and 8 minutes left to go before we land into Doha. So I think now might be the ideal opportunity to get... I can't stop yawning because I've had a sleeping tablet. 6 hours sleep, that's my goal. Well, I'm thrilled to say that I've woken up after 6 and a bit hours sleep on a very comfortable seat. We're about 90 minutes away from landing and I've decided to try the scrambled eggs. Now, I don't normally have eggs for breakfast after waking up on a flight. I normally wait till I get to a hotel, but the crew have produced this magnificent meal with the hash browns. And I can tell you it was one of the best scrambled eggs I've ever had on a flight, maybe even on the ground. And getting back to this suite, and it is a suite, I love it because of the sense of space. I can sit cross-legged on this seat if I want. I have enough storage space. Of course, I love it that the door closes and pretty much I can do whatever I want in here. But in a couple of years' time, will this be the best business class suite? No, because Qatar's bringing out a version 2 that is even better than this. This is what it looks like, and I can't wait to try it once it gets into action. Well, here in Doha, that was 14 very comfortable hours on a magnificent 777 with Qatar Airways. Now, let's see how long it takes me to get out of this airport. From memory, it's normally pretty good. That is me. Nice surprise, being met here. Oh, and I get a golf buggy too. Well, there's hardly anybody in the airport. It's 4:48 p.m. and I would have been lucky to see probably 60 people on this trip. This is such an amazing experience when you get off a plane and they've gone to get my luggage for me, and there's a bit of food and drink here that you can have before clearing your own immigration desk in this lounge. Hello, sir. Look at my lens. It's all steamed up. It's 30 degrees out here, and inside it was probably about 18 degrees. But that is me, and now I'm about to get in what I think is a pretty impressive car. I can tell you I don't have a room here. I have a suite, and it is apparently newly renovated, and I imagine will be quite impressive because in this part of the world these guys know how to do luxury. Well, this is delightful, spacious, and the air conditioning is ferociously cold, which I love. I might actually put it up a couple of degrees. Now, I must say I'm a guest of the Hyatt Regency here today, and I intend to show you around the property over the next 24 hours, give you a bit of a feel for it. Now, I need to go and have a shower, and then I thought we'd go and have a quick look at the lobby and then have a meal. I've come downstairs to Choices to have a feed, and there is a variety of international cuisine, cheeses, but I went for a local style wrap with some lovely chicken in it. And what about alcohol? Yes, you can get alcohol at various places, not everywhere, but certainly in a hotel like this, no problem at all. And this, I rated. This is my second one. And if you're looking for a loungy sort of bar with a DJ, this is where you probably want to go. It's open 5 nights a week.
Hi, good morning, Scam. How are you?
I can't remember the last time I had breakfast in my room served so beautifully, but that's the case today. They're good eggs, so the hash browns. My flight tonight to Singapore is at 7:15. I'll go to the airport about 4:15. But before that, I'm going to have a massage at the wellness centre, and then I'm probably going to have a swim because it's quite hot. Oh, if you like warm water pools, you're going to adore this because this would be 29 degrees and it's absolutely gorgeous. And do they have a gym? Yes. I just had a look at it and decided to come out here though.
Hello, sir. Have some
Hello.
fruits.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Cheers.
Have a nice day.
I'm down here at a restaurant called The Cellar in the Hyatt Regency. It's on the ground level. and it's a Spanish restaurant, and I've got to tell you, I don't eat a lot of Spanish food. No, you know what? I've never ever tried paella. I've had a crack at it today. You know what? I love it. I had a prawn and mussel paella. In fact, I'm having it right now. And I might be a convert. Oh, it's excellent. Well, I gave that paella 7.8 out of 10 for my first try. And I've got to tell you that all of the ingredients in this restaurant come from Spain. And there's only one other restaurant I didn't get to eat at, and that was Al Nafora, which is Arabic cuisine and is situated outside, but with air conditioners for when it gets hot. Well, that's it. After a pretty relaxing 20 hours here in the Hyatt Regency, Doha, it's back to the airport for leg 2 of my Qatar Qsuite review.
Thank you so much, Kim, for staying, and we hope your viewers will visit our amazing property anytime soon, Hyatt Regency Oryx Doha. We're waiting for you.
And now it's a 10-minute drive back to one of the great airports of the world. What marvellous service you get in the Middle East at some of these airlines. It's almost like flying private, I think, sometimes. And gosh, look at that sunset out there. That is remarkably calm, efficient, and pleasant. Immigration, no humans, just a machine. And then security was excellent. No shouting, take your shoes off, no huge long lines. They sure know how to do business class travel in this country, and at the moment it's very quiet, but it's not peak hour yet. I'm getting the royal treatment today.
Prepare a small talk for you.
Now, the fact that I'm collaborating with Qatar means that I do get to experience the very, very best, and if you were a super VIP, this would be on offer to you, but I'm certainly glad that I've got a chance to be whisked through the airport. Now, there are 2 lounges. I'm going to go to the Al Mojan lounge first. This is such a magnificent lounge, airport, airline. It's so far removed from almost every other flying experience. Now, this lounge is extremely spacious, very high ceilings, very quiet, plenty of seating, and it's very comfortable seating. Plus, there are 2 places that you can eat. This is the more casual of the 2, global daily dining, sandwiches, salads, drinks, basic sort of food. And then there's the more formal restaurant up here on the first level. Here you'll find plenty on offer from the buffet, or you can order off the menu, and of course there's a bar with plenty on offer. So that lounge pretty much serves the south part of the terminal. And this lounge serves the north end of the terminal, and it has the most gorgeous view out here over this garden area, but still plenty of food and drink, just like the other one. And if you like champagne, go for the Lanson. These lounges are palatial, opulent, extravagant, magnificent. And to be fair, you'd be hard-pressed to find this amount of space in an airport like Los Angeles or New York, London, Sydney. But here, they've got plenty of it, and they certainly utilise it. Well, that was a delightful hour and a bit up in that lounge. Had a lovely sea bass, which I gave 8 out of 10. Now it's off to gate A3. Hello.
Thank you. Have
Cheers. Well, I'm safely on board in 6D. It is one of the 2 middle seats. And straight away, when I got on board, I noticed there was a difference, because yesterday I was on a 777. Today I'm on an A350-900. There are no overhead bins in the middle. All the storage is on the side. That means the cabin appears to be a bit more spacious because you don't lose that space above. The remote is different. It's a bit more modern. The table's not quite as long, which I don't think is a game changer. And the seat here with the storage is a different shape. Not dramatically, but it's noticeable. And what I will say is these middle seats, you seem a little bit more closed in than the one on the window. I was offered a glass of champagne and I accepted, and today we're drinking Joseph Perrier. Now, I think these are 2 different products than I was offered yesterday. Now, comparing the 2 wine lists, I can tell you that there are 10 wines on offer, but only 1 is featured on both. And that's the 2019 Robert Oatley Shiraz from McLaren Vale in my birth state, South Australia. The other 9, completely different. Now, I'm flying Seattle to Doha with Qatar soon, and I'll be keen to see what wines are on offer on that flight. Let me tell you about the meal. I started off with the caviar, which was exceptional. I worked out the best way to get all the egg, the onion and the chives, I think it was, onto the blini was to dip the sour cream on first, then turn it upside down and dip the whole lot in those 3 accompaniments. Oh, and there was also some smoked salmon. But for main course, I went with another serve of fish. Oven-baked black cod with chuchi curry. Didn't even think it needed that sauce. I thought it was absolutely fine without it. If you went with the garlic kai lan, which was the green bok choy thing on the right here, and I love the flavours. So for the main course, 7.9 out of 10. And I'm 2 hours and 20 minutes into this flight, and I've just finished dinner. I finished with some cheeses, and I ordered, I have to read this, sour cherry clafoutis with vanilla bean ice cream. Love the ice cream. But the other thing I would not have ordered, I just don't like that sort of texture. But all in all, that's an excellent meal, beautifully presented, fine service. Now, I'm going to have a snooze. Hello, that's me. Well, that was the second of my 2 Qatar Airways flights. So, is Qatar Airways Qsuite still the best business class product in the sky? It's certainly the best I've flown, and I fly a lot. I love the whole experience. And granted, I got to experience a whole lot more than I would do if I was just travelling as a normal passenger. Well, that's just about the end of our time together. Now I have to go down here and clear immigration into Singapore, where I'm having a few days of R&R. If you've enjoyed this video, one simple favour, could you please like it and subscribe if you haven't already done so? And for a whole lot of extra content for Formula 1 and merchandise and other stuff, have a look over here. Thanks for watching.
And stay passionate.
Gentlemen, in the event of loss of cabin pressure, kindly ensure that you
Hard
remove
work.
the face covering if you are wearing one. Prior to putting on the drop-down oxygen